with yourself.
And you know, and sometimes we take it because we know what these little blocks are in front of us, what we need to do, how we let ourselves suffer, you know. Sometimes we know this, and when somebody else comes that cares comes and tell you this, we take offense because we know this exactly, you know. And this person actually, because for example, like you go out every night and you go and get wasted, you know, you abuse alcohol, and you know you are not happy the next day. You're trying to escape these problems. You try to go and take matters in your own hands, where you try to forget about these problems. But the next day it gets worse and worse, and your work suffers, everything suffers. And when that person comes in to criticize or perhaps try and change your perspective, we take offense sometimes, you know. And but I think right there and then is that the moment you sit alone with yourself, you need to like you said, you confront all these things. And I think the moment you let that go, and just one night, try to not, you know, go out, like try to break that chain reaction.
It actually takes 21 days to be able to do that, apparently, according to research. The smallest ones. Ideally, also, just go to proceed, you should compile a personal development plan at the end of the process. What needs to be in your personal development plan, Mario? What do you think needs to be in your personal development plan? And you have to compile it.
Ooh, yeah, I think that's a long one, but I think probably it would probably obviously be at the end of the day me, you know, getting that silent time and basically
do some introspection.
Yes, exactly.
And take stock of yourself. Take stock of your wants, your needs, your strengths, your weaknesses.
And it doesn't have to be a process.
A fancy thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to put you under pressure.
It shouldn't be a cumbersome program.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it should come natural, because it's you and you. It's not you and somebody else. It's you and you.
Yourself.
You know. And we're supposed to know ourselves so much better, but many of us don't know ourselves. And that's why many of us go with the flow. Many of us go with the groups. Do you understand? Many of us are not comfortable being alone. Many of us are not comfortable with our own company. That's why we search for other people's companies. And that's why we compromise situations or relationships that you're so unhappy in, just because you don't want to be alone, and you don't want to spend time with yourself. And then you don't understand when the next person who can spend time or has matured into a human being, or a matured person that can and want to spend time with him or herself, then you don't exactly. Then it doesn't make sense to you. But it is imperative. You need at some point in time, even if you're 60 years, even if you know 12 years, you need to find out who you are. It is so important if you want to live with other people. And if you want to understand other people, and if you want to have a communication and a relationship with other people, you need to get to know yourself and understand yourself and appreciate yourself. And with your self-appreciation comes appreciation for other people.
And you know, so much, like once you do this, you actually find comfort in that loneliness, or in being lonely. You find so much comfort in it.
Not loneliness, being alone.
Yes,
because sometimes we think that being alone means being lonely. Do you understand? But it is, you can be so comfortable and so content with aloneness.
That it takes so much more, it's going to take a lot for somebody to try and, you know, come and interrupt that.
To crowd your space.
Yeah, exactly.
Your personal
It's
space.
quite addictive.
You know.
I like that word.